for you guys that don't know, we're active duty military. And so we spend significant seasons apart. And so we look forward to these kind of like timeout times where we can spend some time together. Everybody's got one more minute and then we're going to go ahead and get started because we've got some good stuff to talk about. And I know some people are going to catch the replay, but there's 25 of you here already. And we've actually got 100 people signed up for the challenge. So that tells me that everybody is due for a little a little challenge, like a get back on track, get things going in the right direction after 4th of July, after probably all the occasions that we've had. All right, well, we're going to get right to it. I'm sure we're going to get a couple of extra people. I'm going to have you guys be muted for a while and then I'll open it up at the end for questions. So congrats on signing up for the Plateau Buster Challenge. If we haven't met before, I'm Chris Campbell. I'm the founder of Fitme. I am pumped on this call. We are going to go over your challenge. And again, this is your challenge. And that's the best part about this is that you signed up because you felt like you needed it. And so to me, that says something about you. That says that you're willing to take initiative, willing to take action for yourself. And you're probably like me and kind of in this like constant pursuit of like how to feel better, how to, take care of ourselves better, how to thrive better. And sometimes that means losing weight. Sometimes that means getting stronger. Sometimes that means eating better. And we're going to put a kickstart on all of that with the Plateau Buster Challenge. And we have a mixture of people who are doing this. About more than half of you are brand new, are not currently Fitme clients, and about half of you are. And either way, I think sometimes it's nice to put the foot on the gas and restart when life gets kind of routine and we fall into some, habits. So that's what this Kickstarter challenge is going to do. So before I dive into all of the details, which I know everybody is excited and waiting for, I wanted to give like a little tiny bit of truth talk. And if you've been around Fitme for a while, you know that's what I do is I try to give it to you honest. I've been coaching for 8 years. I have 10,000 hours of in-person and online coaching. And so I try to tell you the real deal, as well as give you a path to get there forward. So it would not be honest of me to start a 14-day challenge without telling you that it is probably not likely that you're going to get to exactly where you want to be in 14 days. If I told you that, that would be a lie. And there may be people out there, who are trying to tell you those kind of stories, but I want to be honest with you and tell you right from the start that your goal may take longer than 14 days. It may take a couple of weeks. It may take a couple of months. And at the end of the day, it's worth it. And so a kickstart is a great place to start. But if you are brand new to Fitme, so before I even dive in, I want you to hear this. If you are brand new to Fitme and you're like, yep, I know for sure that it's going to take me longer than 2 weeks and I don't want the progress to stop. I have a special offer for you that would include 1 month of free coaching, but you got to text me. And so I'm going to put my phone number in the chat and I'll say it out loud. It's 443. This is my real phone number to this phone right here. 439448884. So if you're brand new, you're not a Fitme client and you know that you do not want this to end after 2 weeks, because what I just said is it may take longer for you to get to your goal, then text me if you're interested in that free offer for 1 month of coaching. And so let me know and I'll get you the details. So I put it in the chat, but my number is 443-944-4884. Text me before the end of the day tomorrow so that I can get you the details on that. All right, let's dive in. So our challenge, the Plateau Buster Challenge, is about consistency. And so at Fitme, it's not about being perfect. It's about creating consistency. That is how you see your body change. And so we've set up this challenge with some pretty cool guidelines, but at the end of the day, you essentially get points for being consistent. Because the last thing that I would want is for you to have a rough day or things not go as planned and then think that you are off the hook, because I don't believe that that's true. I actually think that we like to have reasons to think that we can't do something. And as soon as something pops up, you're like, well, guess I can't do it. I'm not going to win anyway. Nope. Not with the Fitme challenge. You are not off the hook because you get a point for every day that you hit the guidelines. Now, if you hit the guidelines all 14 days, you get an extra 10 points. And your points are essentially entries into the drawing. So at the end of this challenge, we are going to draw one name who is currently a Fitme client and one name who is not. And both of those people will get a $250 like kitchen gear package. It's going to be cool. Like basically, I don't know what you have in your kitchen, so I'm going to make it so you get to like pick something from column A, pick something from column B, pick something from column C, and pick something from column D. And that way you can kind of see. And if you don't have that thing that you really, really want that you've been seeing like on Instagram or on TikTok or wherever you watch or on YouTube, and you're like, I want that one, that one, that one, and that one for my kitchen gear package. So it's going to be really cool. And we're going to give 2 of those away. And you basically get entries for every point that you have. So even if you only succeed one day, you still get 1 entry. So you are not off the hook, but you can do this. It will be challenging. So let me go over a little bit about how this works. The very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to fill out your day 1 assessment. It's super short. You're going to fill this out, and I'm going to get you that link after this. I'll explain how all of this works. But you're going to fill out your day 1 assessment. You got to fill that out before the end of day 1. That's tomorrow. You cannot win unless you fill out your day 1 assessment, because we got to know where you're starting, right? What plateau are we breaking? What are you working for? What are you trying to change? Not everybody has to pick a weight loss thing. It does not have to be everybody's target, but you can fill that out. So that's the first thing that you're going to do. But we are going to ask what it is that you're trying to change. Are you trying to change how you feel in your clothes? Are you trying to change something about like the way that you're eating? What is it that you are trying to bust in terms of your plateau? The next thing that you're going to do is download your daily tracker. So we have a 14-day tracker for you. You're going to download it, save it in your phone. Each day that you're successful, you can put an emoji on there. You can share it. You can use it for your own personal. You can share it with a buddy. If you join the challenge with a friend, you guys can go back and forth and say like, I got my day done. All that is what you're going to do. So then you are going to do your daily targets. So let me go over what those are. So first things first, we're going to talk about the things that you are going to do. Okay. You are going to do 30 minutes minimum of intentional movement for this 14 days. So that can be different for everybody. That can be going for a walk. That can be hitting a workout. That can be whatever, but 30 minutes minimum. All this is honor system too. Second is you have to have 2 of your 3 meals be a Fitme plate. That's going to take some shopping, some intention, some thought around it. That should change the game for a lot of you. If you've been doing Fitme plates for a little while and you've been dancing around 1 plate a day and all of a sudden we go to 2, that's going to be a plateau buster all on its own. This is the best one. You have to hit your daily water target for 14 days. And so I'm going to show you how to calculate it. We'll help you with all of that. So you got to hit your water. These are your dues. You're going to hit your water. You're going to have 2 Fitme plates a day, and you're going to have 30 minutes of intentional movement. If you're not sure how to hit a Fitme plate, I'm going to send you a guide on how to do it. It's pretty straightforward. We're talking about a protein source, veggies, quality carb from the ground, and a healthy fat. Those are your do's. And now we'll talk about our boundaries. I don't like to call them don'ts. I'm calling them boundaries that you have chosen for yourself for the next 14 days. So the first one is no processed sugar or alcohol for 14 days. It was funny. I was chatting about this with somebody and they're like, oh, that stinks. And I'm like, well, how are you going to shed bloat and extra water weight with alcohol and processed sugar? That is by definition what puts it on. So when you take a break from sugar and alcohol, you shed it. If you drink your water, it's going to shed even more because your body's all of a sudden going to be hydrated. You start eating quality meals like 2 Fitme plates a day that are balanced, veggies, proteins, carbs, healthy fat, you're going to start shedding some of that extra. And then the 30 minutes of intentional movement, especially if you are adding that on. So if you think about it, like maybe you're doing CrossFit every day already and you want to really challenge yourself, well, add that 30 minutes on. Go for a 30-minute walk every day. If you're just starting at the very beginning, maybe that's your very only thing that you're going to do, just 30 minutes. That's a good challenge for you. So that's your first boundary. We're taking a break from sugar, processed sugar and alcohol. So fruit, okay, because that's not processed sugar. Whenever, just because I know this question is going to come up, our fruit is sugar. We're not going to call it processed sugar. It's a great choice in your day, but just in general, I would stick with no more than 2 servings a day. That's just like a generally good guideline because it's still sugar, but you are able to have it on the challenge. And then this one is going to be the one that everybody's like, wait, what does that mean? No junk food. No junk food for 14 days. You're gonna be like, Chrissy, but wait, where's my black and white list of what is junk food? I don't have one for you. To be honest, most of us know what junk food is in our own mind. We have a pretty good idea of like the snacky stuff in our pantry that we would put in that junk food category. So if you are not sure, you can shoot me a message to ask. If you're like, hey, Chrissy, what about this? And then I'll probably ask you 2 questions and then I'll give you an answer. But it's not black and white. You know the answer. If this is the stuff that you snack on as junk food, then let's take a break from it and replace it with a different, higher quality snack for the next 14 days. Last but not least, you're going to post your daily movement, so your 30 minutes of movement and your plates in the Facebook group. So each day in the Facebook group, there's going to be a challenge accountability post, and there's going to be a daily lesson. So you'll see those all this week, a daily like coaching lesson that'll help you with your challenge. It'll explain a lot of the why behind these things. And the why can be really helpful because when you understand, you can implement it better. So those are our daily rules, our guidelines. You have to do 30 minutes of intentional movement, 2 Fitme plates a day, hit your water target. We're taking a break from processed sugar and alcohol and no junk food. And then you're posting your plates. That is what you will do. And what I'm going to do is I made a challenge resource page for you. So I am going to share it with you. And it has everything on it. So if you're like, what about this? What about this? I put it all in one place. So it's going to have your initial intake that you're going to fill out by the end of the day tomorrow with your goals and your specifics. It has your tracker on it that you can download. It will have the call replay for those of you guys who are listening to this on replay. It'll be because you found it on the resource page. It's got the plate guide. It's got water help. It's got movement ideas. It's got some grocery lists. It's got a bunch of stuff on there, and it's got a reminder for how to win the challenge. To circle back to that beginning, like that truth message, if you've been with Fitme for a while or you've been following along, you're like, I was kind of guessing that these things would be part of this challenge. And you're right, because in taking care of your body and being healthy and losing weight and breaking a plateau, I like to kind of say maybe there's nothing new under the sun. And the people that are like trying to trick you into the new cucumber cleanse or whatever, that's not it. But what we're talking about doing is taking what works incredibly well at 80% for a healthy lifestyle. And we're talking about taking it to 100% for 14 days to break a plateau, a weight plateau, a fluff plateau, a feeling stuck plateau. The great thing about these guidelines is when you're practicing them on the next 14 days, this isn't something that's going to hurt you in the long run. This is something that's going to help you, because all that you would do to keep going with your progress, other than having some coaching and support, but all that you would do is kind of adjust this into having a little bit of help or a little bit of breaks in there. That's really all that it is. So this is going to be a challenge. You don't get off the hook by having an off day. You have to get right back on it the next day. And the guidelines are pretty simple, but they are not easy. Trust me, just getting my water is not easy. It's not easy. And so if you have something that is going on in your life that you are doing a modified version of this, then I applaud you. And so if you're like, you know what, I have to modify this, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to like do it to the best of my ability with these things, then I think you're freaking awesome. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm literally going to do this challenge with you, but on vacation. Like, so will I have a couple cocktails with my husband this week? Probably. It's our vacation we haven't had in 5 years, but I'm not letting myself off the hook for the rest of it. I'm going to focus on 2 Fitme plates. I'm going to get my movement in. I'm going to hit my water. All of that's going to be tough on vacay, but it's going to also make my body feel good. So again, I'm only telling you that not because I want you to insert cocktails, but I'm telling you that because I almost let myself off the hook and said, oh, I should do the challenge when I get back because we have our vacay. No, that's that all or nothing dragon telling you, no, you can't do it unless it's perfect. That's just not true. So if you have to modify, that's okay. If you are not sure how to modify, then let me know and I can help you. And so I think that's it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put your resource page right now in the chat box, but you will also get an email with it. You will also get an email at 5 Pacific time. So like in 45 minutes with that link. So that link has your initial intake, your tracker, and all your resources. If you're doing it with a buddy, then that is fantastic. I would encourage you to text your buddy, celebrate your buddy, like give them encouragement, give them shout outs in the Facebook group. And so that is so helpful. Simple does not mean easy. And this challenge is not easy. And that's why if you hit all 14 days, you get a bonus 10 entries because that is some serious effort to get there. And not to mention the prize ultimately really is like feeling better, right? Like if you're feeling stuck, then let's get unstuck. That's the whole point. And if you're getting unstuck with us and you want help, then we can help you, which is what I talked about at the very beginning. Like this doesn't have to be the only thing. So definitely text me for that free month of coaching. If you're listening to this and you're like, yes, this is the beginning, but this is not the end. I'm doing something here. That way I can give you details on it. So what I want to do is open up for questions. Let me know if you guys have questions. I'm sure someone else has that question, so don't feel dumb. You can just unmute yourself and then you can ask if you've got something. Did I do such a good job explaining that there's no questions?
I do have one question.
Hi, Julie.
Hi. Do you have any suggestions for a Fitme plate, or you could send me something for a more vegetarian type base?
We were actually just brainstorming this with your coaching team. And so we'll make a post.
Okay.
Because Coach Lauren has some really great stuff that she's been working on. And
okay.
The other coaches were actually collaborating with it too.
Fabulous. Thank you.
It'll kind of look a little bit different, but you can still get the checkbox with hitting the idea of it. You should still have a protein idea, you know, your protein. It's just your protein source might also include carbs in it.
Okay.
Right? Beans and stuff. Good question.
Yeah. Okay.
You want pictures of the plates?
I would love pictures of the plates. So post those in the Facebook group under the daily accountability post. That would be great. And pictures of the plates, you probably will get feedback, and that's good. That's the point. And so if your plate is like close and we can give you some support and encouragement and help you make it even better, then we'll probably do that. That's part of the point, is to make it even better. What I am going to be stickler on is those veggies. So there's no confusion here. This is the one. We can dance around, you know, is chicken sausage a protein? That's always confused. That's fine. There's no confusion about if your plate has a bunch of veggies on it. That one's the easy one. That's the easy one. I can be like, nope, no veggies on there. So stock up if you have not ordered your veggies. Sorry, Nikki.
Christy, that's okay. First off, I think it was Julie that was just asking about vegetarian stuff. If she would like to reach out to me, like find me on Facebook, Nicole Miller, I will gladly give her some tips since I'm vegetarian. And I've also been working on typing up a vegetarian Fitme guide that I've been working with Lauren and Molly on. So one day it will be out there.
Yes. Nikki's been working on that collaboration, so we'll get you what you need. Any other questions, guys? Good to see everybody's faces.
Well, Professor Knight.
Awesome. So Lindsay says her plate guide won't download from her email. Could I find it at somewhere else? Yes, you can download it straight from that page that I just shared with your challenge resources. It will be on there. It'll be on there. And the last, I guess the one thing I did forget to mention is you have to do your, I said you have to do your intake, but there's going to be a final also, a 14-day like checkout. You have to do that also to be entered to win. And we are going to do a midway coaching call next week on Sunday. So it'll be the same exact time, me giving you kind of like some help with how to do week 2. And so just go ahead and mark your calendars for your like midway coaching call.
Do we have to submit that intake?
Yes, it's just a Google form. So it should be easy. You'll just click on it and answer like 5 questions, push submit, and you're done. You guys will also see that if you have any questions and you post it in the Facebook group, you will get that question answered. So don't stay confused. Post it in the Facebook group. If you, again, I can't emphasize this enough, but if for some reason a day doesn't go your way, you're feeling frustrated, you kind of like didn't get the start that you wanted, I wish I could give you 1,000 bonus points for getting back on it. Because to me, that is what this is all about. And so even though that wouldn't make sense in terms of this game, that it meant, from my heart to yours, the get back on it matters the most to me. And so get back on it if it doesn't happen one day. I would hate to see you next Sunday be like, I'm not even going to the coaching call because I jacked up 2 days. And so I'm annoyed with myself. Come anyway. Daily water intake, how do you calculate? There's a guide on the resource page, but you're going to take your body weight and you're going to divide it by 2. And that is your goal in ounces. And I've got some videos that'll help with that. But kind of the key to this is, so take your body weight divided by 2, say you're 200 pounds, you divide it by 2, your goal is 100 ounces of water. The next step is the most important one. You get yourself a water bottle. You look at the bottom and you see how many ounces are in there. So this has 32 ounces. And so then I know, okay, I have to drink X number of these to hit my target. And then you don't have to overthink it. You just know, okay, I got to drink one of these by lunchtime, one of these by 3 o'clock, one of these by dinner. I'm done. Water done. That is the trick. All right, guys. I'm super excited for you. I'm excited for everybody to feel awesome in 2 weeks. You're going to feel more awesome before that. And if you struggle with, if you're going from 0 or 100 to 0 with sugar, the next couple of days, lean into your Fitme community for support, because the first couple of days feel like, bleh, if this is like a big shift. But then it's going to start feeling better and the energy is going to start picking up and it's going to be awesome. So lean in. All right, guys, great to see your faces. If you need anything, let me know. That email with the resource is there. And I will see you guys next week on Sunday and in the Facebook group.
Thank you, Christy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good vacation.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye. Bye.